Hello, my lovelies. Happy Wednesday. Happy scoping out. Today we're talking about how to find motivation because sometimes in the midst of a long stretch on a project or a long stretch toward a goal, you can really very easily run out of steam. And the reason I know this is because last week I launched this little baby hot off the press. So hot I dropped it. We're playing hot potato hot book today. So yeah, I released this book and we had a book launch party last Thursday. It was fantastic. And of course the next question is, oh gosh, Triffany, I have a book going. How did you do this while being a single mom, while having a business, while having a home, how did you do this? And my answer is a combination of things. One is I have an incredible support team. And even though there are times in my life when I feel like I'm so alone, not even gonna lie, I have those moments. I'm a life coach and I need a life coach from time to time. I do still rely so heavily on the vision of others, on others' hope for me, on others' ideas for me, on others' ability to see my success before I see it. And that kind of support really bolsters me from the inside out and allows me to get up and keep moving. So my number one advice for anybody is make sure you've got really great support around you. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're doing things for you. My support team doesn't necessarily come in and do my admin or write the book or whatever, but they're there for me in the ways that keep me fueled up on the inside so that I can get up every day and do this work that I'm so meant to do. Now, of course, there's my support team too that I did hire, that did do the graphic art, that did do the editing, that did do the interior design. Those pieces that I'm not an expert in and don't know how to do, they did that for me too. So number one, make sure that the people around you are super healthy. People say, oh, I got to get rid of the toxic people. Well, getting rid of, remember what we resist, we persist, right? So that's not always going to work. You end up becoming toxic yourself, just trying to determine who's toxic and who's not. But if you start to foster those relationships that are fostering you, then naturally those come to the surface and everything else just sort of fizzles away. So support team number one. Number two, and this is paramount to anything you're working on, especially the big goals, especially the big ones, is adopt a progress, not perfection mindset. We live in a culture that's go big or go home. You're either in or you're out. I only run with the big dogs kind of thing. And while there's definitely a time and a place for that kind of mindset, if you think about it, it's not really sustainable. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. And projects like this are a marathon, not a sprint. Everything you're going to do that is going to be larger than a to-do list for the day or larger than you as an individual and actually serve some larger purpose, anything that's like that is going to be a marathon, which means you want to pace yourself. You want to look at how far you've come. You want to chalk up your wins, tally those up, keep track of those, keep in touch with that support group we just talked about on a regular basis so that they can reflect back to you how far you've come and what you've done. Listen, all of those things that people go, how did you do it all? None of those was a straight shot. I couldn't put being a parent on hold to write a book. I couldn't put building a business on hold to write a book. So everything that I have done, and keep in mind, while this has been going on, I've been creating an audio course to complement my telecourse. I've been creating all kinds of options for my business, all kinds of things that have taken a lot of time and energy. So what it ends up being is like a 10-lane highway, right? Where this one gets a little progress, then this one gets a little progress. This one gets a little progress, then this one gets a little progress, right? And then before you know it, everything's finishing. And it looks to the rest of the world like, oh my gosh, you're a superhero, you do it all. No, I'm not, you're not, we're not, nobody's meant to be. We just keep plugging along and taking this progress, not perfection mindset. It's very akin to the lean startup too, right? You get your MVP out there, your minimum viable product. You get these things out there and you test them. Do they make sense? This book was a course first. I thought of the book. And then I said, well, I want to make sure that these tools work for everybody, not just me. So I said, hey, people, who wants to learn some stuff? I'll do it for free. And the very first iteration of this was, I think, 6 or 8 weeks, something like that. And it was Does it work? I threw out what didn't. I bolstered what did, right? This is the idea behind really building big things for yourselves, is allowing this process for growth, allowing this process for discovery, allowing, notice allowing, not forcing, not manhandling, not making things happen. Allowing things to show up, allowing the opportunity to develop them, and allowing yourself to take just that next step. Take a step, any step in that direction, and allow that to be enough. And you'll get the feedback you need. You'll get that bolstering you need from the inside out. And let me tell you, I know that this goes a little counterculture, if you're, especially if you're American, to that whole, you know, go big or go home mindset. But those people who are go big or go home, they're blowing up and they're burning out. They're going through businesses and they're not finishing things. They're going through iterations of themselves and they're not ever really discovering anything new. These people aren't creating anything that's sustainable in their lives. So they can build big and then falls. This is, you know, empires, right? Build big and then fall, because everything becomes a band-aid fix just for that big vision, rather than something that fosters and grows and fertilizes and allows. So this is a new mindset. I want you to try it on, your homework and mine, because now, you know, what's next, right? I've got another book in the hopper. I've got another idea about some collaboration projects. I've got some more that I want to do on my classwork and the workshops that I'm delivering. So what's next, right? Everything that we're going to do next, we're going to create these two, this ongoing momentum. We're going to allow the momentum to pull us, because we're going to create this wonderful support team. We're going to foster them and allow them to foster us. We're going to change our mindset. We're going to move to progress, not perfection mindset, so that we can grow as our vision grows, grow as our project grows, grow as our business grows, and our purpose and our service to this world, so that we are constantly big enough to meet the demand of everything that's coming at us. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. I did see your question earlier. Mosquito bites, because I do a lot of outdoor stuff, and they love me. I have a slight allergy. No, it's not ticks. I know, because of the bullseye pattern. No, it's mosquitoes. I just have a slight allergy to them. So no wonder I got the West Nile turned into meningitis all those years ago, right? But that's all right. Progress, not perfection. You guys take good care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. Wednesdays, 8:30 a.m. Oh, yeah, of course. Duh. Oh, my gosh. Yes, you can buy this. You can get this on Amazon. And if you want a signed copy, you can go to my website at tiffanyhammond.com/ftw-the-book. And I'll be happy to sign a copy and send those off. But otherwise, go to Amazon, and you can find it under my name or Fail to Win. All right. Thank you, you guys. Take good care. Bye-bye.